Is Doom: The Dark Ages the next evolution in the iconic franchise, or is it a wild experiment that misses the mark? First up, the gameplay. You're probably wondering if this is the same fast-paced Doom you've loved before. Well, yes and no. The game introduces a big focus on parrying and melee combat, but don't worry, it doesn't throw away everything that made Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal so fun. It's more like the same Doom rhythm with a new twist. In earlier games, you were always sprinting around, blasting demons non-stop. Here, you still get that fast pace, but there are moments when you have to stand your ground and go toe-to-toe with some of the bigger demons. You'll find yourself blocking, parrying, and smashing through waves of enemies. The combat is all about two types of attacks, red and green. You block the red attacks, and if you time it just right, you can parry the green ones. Even on harder difficulties, the game gives you a pretty generous window to nail your parries, which is awesome because parrying can completely turn the fight in your favor. At first, you might think you can handle these big enemies like in any other FPS, just back up and shoot from a distance. But that doesn't work well here. The game pushes you to get close and personal. When you do, things start clicking, and the battles feel super satisfying. You've got a solid set of weapons and tools to play with. Besides your fists and feet, there's a massive flail, a throw-able shield that works like a chainsaw, and of course, your trusty guns. The super shotgun is back, along with new weapons like a flak cannon that literally crushes demon skulls. Even though the game leans more on melee this time, your guns still play a huge role. You'll often use them to clear out smaller mobs or weaken tougher enemies before going in for the kill. One cool mechanic is that enemies with armor or shields can be overheated with sustained damage. Once they're hot enough, a quick shield throw will blast their defenses and even take out nearby demons, which feels super satisfying every time. One thing that might disappoint you though is the change to glory kills. In the older Doom games, these brutal, over-the-top execution moves were a huge highlight. Here they've been toned down. Most of the time, when an enemy is stunned, you'll just get a simple punch or kick instead of the wild, gory animations from before. It feels like a bit of a letdown, especially since those glory kills added a lot of personality to the fights. The bigger boss demons still get full glory kill treatment, but you'll definitely miss the old style when fighting regular demons. Now let's talk about the new toys, the mech and the dragon. Yes, you read that right. You get to stomp around in a giant mech and ride a dragon. The mech sections are pure power fantasy. You're in a skyscraper-sized suit, crushing demons under your feet and blasting everything with massive guns. The combat here also uses the red and green attack system, but instead of blocking, you dodge. Time it right, and your mech goes into overdrive, dealing huge damage. The dragon parts feel a bit different. Think of old-school Panzer Dragoon games. You fly through tunnels, dodge obstacles, and take down hell ships by blasting their turrets. It's fun and adds variety, but these sections feel a little rough around the edges right now. Sometimes it's hard to know exactly when to dodge for bonus damage, which can make some parts drag on longer than they should. One thing Doom: The Dark Ages does well is mixing things up. You're not just running and gunning the whole time. The game shifts between regular Doom combat, mech battles, and dragon rides, which helps keep things fresh. But there's a bit of a downside too. Switching between parry-focused combat and dodge-focused sections can get a little confusing. You might find yourself blocking when you should be dodging, or vice versa, especially when jumping quickly between different types of gameplay. Hopefully, in the full game, these sections are spread out enough that they don't get repetitive or mess with your muscle memory too much. On the graphics side, everything looks incredible. The medieval dark fantasy vibe is strong, and the demons are as nasty as ever. Doom Guy himself feels heavier and more brutal, which matches the new melee focus. The sound design is also top tier, with crunchy hits and a soundtrack that keeps your adrenaline pumping. If you've loved Doom since the 2016 reboot, The Dark Ages keeps things familiar, but adds fresh twists. The new melee system with parries and close-quarters brawling changes the pace, mixing fast shooting with strategic, up-close fights. Weapons like the flail and shield saw bring brutal, satisfying combat, and there's still plenty of that wild Doom chaos. The mech and dragon sections are pure, over-the-top fun, giving you massive destruction in new ways. They break up the action nicely and deliver those big, memorable moments. But it's not all perfect. Glory kills are simpler now, losing some of the creative gore fans loved, which feels like a step back. Switching between parrying, dodging, and flying can also get a bit messy, especially when it happens fast. The dragon sections, while fun, still need more polish and could drag if overused in the full game. So, is Doom: The Dark Ages worth playing based on demo? The Dark Ages is shaping up to be a worthy addition to the Doom series, keeping the spirit of the reboot alive while pushing it in bold new directions. If you're in the mood for more demon-bashing mayhem with a medieval twist, this one should absolutely be on your radar. But it's worth keeping a cautious eye on how well the new features come together in the final release. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe for more gaming reviews and updates. Let me know your thoughts about Doom: The Dark Ages in the comments below, and stay tuned for the next video. See you next time.